Want to draw exactly like this with just one pencil? No magic, just one simple method. Let's dive in. First things first, we got to take this gorgeous face and turn it into a basic skull. Sounds a little creepy, I know, but breaking it down into simple lines is the absolute best way to nail those perfect proportions. All right, focus up. Start in the upper half of your paper and drop 4 quick dots. Top, bottom, left, and right. Now, just connect them up to make a nice, clean circle. This simple circle, that's the entire foundation for our beautiful face. And hey, if yours ends up looking like a weird potato, no judgment, just erase and try again. Moving on to step 2, we need to lock in our center point. Think of this as the sweet spot. It sits exactly where the eyebrows meet. Just drop a quick mark right there in the middle. Perfect. Real quick before we move on, if you want to master the Loomis Method without the headaches, you need my complete course. I'll guide you from simple shapes to total mastery. Oh, and it's 30% off today. Tap that product image on the screen or click the link in the description to grab it and instantly level up. Now, where were we? Right, the center point. All right, branching out from that center point, let's wrap a horizontal line across. Remember, we're drawing a 3D sphere here, not a flat pizza, so give it a nice curve. That's your brow line. Next, slice that sphere perfectly in half with a vertical line. This line is crucial, unless you want your eyes looking in 2 different zip codes. It keeps everything beautifully symmetrical. Hold up! I see you about to double tap and skip ahead. Stop right there. Don't skip. This next part is literally the secret to not messing up the whole face. Pay attention to every single detail here. All right? Now, next up, the magic rule of thirds. We're breaking this face into 3 equal sections. Up top, we have the hairline. Drop down, and we hit the brow line. Now, take that exact distance, copy-paste, and boom, you've got the bottom of the nose. Take it one more time, copy-paste down below, and there's your chin line. 3 perfectly equal spaces. Easy, right? Now, we need to flatten the head, just like you see here. It's easier than it looks. We already have the brow line in the side center. Just make a tiny tick mark where the brow ends. Now, connecting the dots, draw a nice curve from the hairline down through that mark to the nose line. One side done. Now, flip that exact same curve over and mirror it on the left. If you nail this, your portrait is halfway to awesome. Okay, time to turn this into a 3D block. Grab your pencil and, right in the middle of those 2 side areas, draw a vertical line connecting the hairline and nose line. You can see it clearly in the image. That defines the cranium's width. Finally, take that chin point you marked earlier. Draw a simple, angular line from the corner of that flat plane down to the chin on both sides. Look at that! You've just constructed the basic skull shape. Trust the process. It's coming together. All right, let's map out the mouth. See those top corners on the side cuts? Draw a line from there straight down to the sides of the chin, left and right. This simply marks the width of the mouth so everything stays proportional. Next up, the ears. They always sit right here, in the lower back quarter of that side cut. Just block out a basic shape for now. Don't worry about any details. This entire stage is about building a solid foundation, not drawing perfect ears. Let's tidy things up. We don't need those old circular guidelines anymore, so go ahead and erase them from the top and the center of the face. Perfect. Drop down a couple of simple lines to get the neck in the right spot. Add some quick, rough lines for the shoulders just to block them in. All right, now let's move on to the nose. Let's go. Let's sculpt the nose. Draw a center circle for the tip, resting right on our baseline. Add 2 smaller side circles. Getting the placement right here is super important for the overall width. Next, draw the actual nostril holes right in the pockets where these circles overlap. Erase all the junk lines you don't need. To finish it off, give the tip some light shading for volume and smooth out the edges to match our reference image. Before we even touch the lips, let's shade that little space right under the nose. It's just a quick shadow, but it's the ultimate cheat code to get the spacing perfect. So the mouth isn't floating too low or crammed up against the nose. Next, lightly sketch the upper lip to lock in the area. Now, the parting line between the lips. Pay close attention. You gotta match those curves exactly to your reference. This line makes or breaks the entire expression. Throw some light hatching on the upper lip, keeping those top edges soft. Move to the lower lip and shade around the mouth to give it that 3D pop. Finally, the chin. Just hatch the dark spots and let the white of the paper do the heavy lifting for the highlights. Don't overdo it. Okay, my friend, the face is officially locked in. Now let's wrap up the neck and shoulders. This area is basically just a game of shadows. Dark on the left, dark on the right, light in the center. Build up those shadows with smooth strokes. Do the exact same thing for the collarbones, sweeping out to the shoulders. Let the shading completely fade out at the bottom of the page. Seriously, don't overthink this. No heavy lifting required. Just map out those shadows and highlights and watch it come to life. All right, let's jump to the eyebrows. Bring your attention back to that first horizontal line we mapped out. That is their home base. Sit them right on that line and focus on mimicking the reference shape to lock in her mood. But here's the good news. Her hair falls right over her forehead, hiding most of the brows. So don't overwork it. Just a few light strokes for what's visible, and we are done with this step. Now, my friends, moving swiftly to the hair. Start with the fringe, letting it break over the brows to mirror the reference image perfectly. This interaction is critical for likeness. Sketch some light hatching in the crown area for value. Once the top is set, go left. Place that star earring and define the hair clumps that rest on the shoulder. Listen, this is a game changer. Do not paint every strand. Focus purely on the main masses and the major divisions between them. It's a smarter workflow that saves massive time and accelerates your learning. Trust this method. All right, hair is complete. And we are heading straight into what I consider the most powerful element in the portrait, the eyes. I do eyes a bit differently. Draw a straight horizontal line right under the brows to keep things even. Start with the upper crease on the right eye, resting on that line. Match the curve, then do the exact same thing on the left. See? Perfectly balanced. Next, draw the upper eyelid. Follow the crease curve and add some nice lashes. Move to the lower lid, but keep those lines and lashes much lighter. Now for the crucial part, the iris. Put these circles in the exact right spot. Move them too much, and the whole expression changes. Shade the inside, add the pupil, and throw some shadows around the eyes to bring them to life. That's a wrap! We just built this gorgeous face from scratch. If you stayed with me this whole time, I am super proud of you. You've got the dedication to succeed. Those who skip the video, well, good luck. Remember, you can master all of this in my complete course at a huge discount. Link is down below. Leave your questions in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.